The alien woman saw me fighting barehanded and said, "I wish you were my husband." The dust had barely settled when I stood up again, blood on my knuckles, 3 down mercenaries at my feet. I had no weapons, just fists hardened by years of military training and a stubbornness that refused to let me die. Above me, on a crumbled watchtower, the shattered alien outpost, a pair of bright violet eyes watched with an intensity that stopped time. She didn't blink, didn't even move. The alien woman, one of their elite fighters, had remained still the entire fight. Her silver armor shimmered in the dying sunlight, her expression unreadable. Then, as I turned to face the next wave, she finally spoke. "I wish you were my husband." I froze. I thought maybe I had misheard, or maybe I was hallucinating from blood loss. But the words were clear, her accent strange but beautiful. My mouth opened. "What?" She floated down using the gravity boots her kind wore, silent, elegant. Her feet touched the cracked earth without a sound. She was tall, almost eye level with me, her skin a pale bluish hue, hair braided in thick strands that shimmered like starlight. "You fought for others. With nothing. You bleed, but do not retreat. You protect," she said, "and you fight like the old myths." Her eyes traveled over me, slow, thoughtful. I was not joking. This was strange, even for this war-torn quadrant. Alien soldiers didn't usually make marriage proposals mid-battlefield. "I didn't know you people married humans," I said, half grinning, trying to read her expression. She tilted her head. "We don't." I blinked. Then I said what I wished, not what is allowed. I felt something stir inside me. Maybe it was the exhaustion or the way she spoke, like every word meant something ancient. Or maybe I saw something in her that no longer existed in myself. Hope. Her name was Orisa, a commander among the Carrii, a warrior race known for their brutal efficiency and pride. I had heard rumors. Carrii never spoke their heart to outsiders, let alone admitted a desire like marriage to a human. And yet, she stood here, saying what she shouldn't. Why? I asked her, honestly. She didn't hesitate. Because I've seen what Carrii men do when a woman bleeds. They leave her, but you stayed. You fought even when you had nothing. I looked down at my bruised hands. "It's just what I do." "Exactly." She stepped closer. Not a threat. Her eyes didn't challenge me. They searched me, like trying to memorize every scar, every trace of pain. The field was silent now. The enemy had retreated. Or perhaps even they were stunned by what had just happened. "You're hurt," she said quietly, reaching out but stopping short of touching me. "May I?" I gave a small nod. She took my hand carefully, turning it over. Her touch was surprisingly gentle, almost reverent. Her fingers traced the swollen knuckles, the cuts. "Your bones scream," she murmured, "but you still struck." I gave a weak smile. "You at Carrii heal differently, huh?" "We heal from inside first," she replied. "The outside follows later." I stared at her, absorbing her words. Then I asked, "So what happens now? You wish I were your husband. What does that mean for a human and a Carrii commander?" She looked up at me, a strange mix of confidence and vulnerability in her gaze. I cannot take it back. Carrii vows, spoken from the heart, are binding, even if unofficial, even if impossible. "So, you're bound to a human now?" "In spirit, and one day, maybe more." Before I could respond, a message crackled in my earpiece. Reinforcements arriving. Hold position. Enemy retreat confirmed. I sighed. Duty calls. She let go of my hand, but her eyes never left me. "Will I see you again, human?" "You can call me Ray." "Ray!" She repeated, tasting the name. "Then yes." You will see me again. I will find you. 3 weeks passed. I was rotated out of frontline duty and stationed in a border sector. The war was slowing, treaties being whispered in high places. But my thoughts were haunted by her, by Orisa, her eyes, her voice, that strange, surreal moment on the battlefield. Then one night, while I was guarding a shipment of supplies at Outpost Nova 17, she appeared. No alarms, no grand entrance. She simply walked through the gate, unarmed, hands open. The guards raised their rifles. She raised her chin. She's not a threat, I said quickly, stepping forward. How do you know? The sergeant asked. Because I know her. She smiled slightly when I said that. The sergeant hesitated, then lowered his weapon. You vouch for her? I do. She stepped beside me. I told you I would find you. You crossed lines for this, I said, stunned. I broke orders, she replied. I am not commander anymore. That hit hard. You gave up everything? She nodded. Why? For the wish I spoke. I did not break my own words. I took a step closer. So, you're really here. For me? Yes. I didn't know what to say, but maybe words weren't needed. I reached for her hand this time. And this time, she didn't hesitate. Our lives didn't get easier. There were inquiries, trials, sanctions. They called her a deserter. They called me a traitor to species purity. But nothing stuck. The war ended within months. They called us a symbol after that, of peace, of unity, of impossible things made real. But to me, she was just Orisa, the alien woman who saw something in my bruised hands, who stood by her vow, even when it cost her everything. And sometimes when I look at her and she looks back at me with those same violet eyes, I remember her words on the battlefield. I wish you were my husband. And I reply now with a smile. You got your wish.